Let's roll. This is Countercharge, your podcast for ranks, flanks, and kings of war. Join your hosts as they delve into the world of Panithor and bring you worldwide coverage of all things Kings of War.
Welcome. So, we're live to discuss all things Clash of Kings Australia lists, joined by two venerable gentlemen, Max Kay and Paul Collins, regulars to the cast. Thanks for joining me, lads.
Glad to be here.
No worries.
Yeah, many games of fourth in. I know, Paul, you've been, burning up UB a little bit, struggling with hobby, but burning up with UB. Racked up a few games of fourth.
Yeah, I got beaten in 2 turns by Max. It was good.
I think it was 3, but I think I played 3. You played 2.
Yeah, there you go.
And using what armies? As in, like your Clash list?
My Clash list. Yeah.
I had. I wasn't sure if I was going to. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to take not Trident rounds, Twilight Kin or Night Stalkers. So I was running Twilight Kin.
Yeah, okay. And destroy it. So shooting's still good.
Yeah, it doesn't kill a unit, but it still plays a role.
We might have to have a look at your list, I think, Maxi. Yeah. Here's our. Oh, I just realised the first we were discussing who this is. There must be a Alexi who's a Pathfinder game. I just realised the first part of that name. Yep, we're on time now, but we know Queenslanders can't tell time anyway, Alexi. So, what about you, Max? A couple games on UB? Any IRL games?
Well, I think I'm probably 10 games deep now. I've played about 5 in person, about 5 online. Yeah.
Okay. Record?
Loving it.
Yeah.
Record? Oh,
yeah. What's
5 and 5, I'd say.
5 and 5. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
I'm undefeated with my Clash list.
Zerkali and Cax's hands.
Well, Zerkali tabled me in about 2 turns against Kark.
They tabled you?
But,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No flyers.
Yeah, but I haven't lost with this list yet, so hopes are high.
Okay. Nice. Throwing it out there early. And I had that right in Alexi. So what we might do first up is I've got some stats from the lists. At the end, for anyone watching that's wondering, at the end of or towards the end of the show, I'll drop the lists in the comments of the threads on the Facebook groups. For those of you attending, I'll email the links out later when, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, probably when we send out the tournament software stuff. And I'll do a separate post on Facebook as well. So if you're looking for all the lists in 52 list entirety, then it'll be out towards the end of this. We're going to try and keep it to about an hour. So I'm just going to share a screen for some stats here that we'll start with, and we can discuss that. Window, let's do this, share, and let's go here. Right, is that coming through all right, lads? Because when I've got this up, I can't see you. Max, Paul, you can see it? Yeah, okay, great. All right, so let's do some stats. Okay. So 52 armies. Who would have picked dwarves coming in with 7? I certainly did not have that. No, nothing's changed. So we're edition gone, and dwarves are still one of the more popular. I think probably, I would say probably a lot of them built in a style that probably suited a transition to 4th edition, maybe with regiments and things anyway. 6 Night Stalkers and 5 Northern Alliance. So they're our top 3. So what have I got there? 35% of the field is in those top 3 factions. Does that surprise you, Max?
Dwarves a little bit, but I guess people still have their 3rd edition armies and want to give them a run. Not so much with the Northern Alliance or Night Stalkers.
Yeah, I've done a couple of Northern Alliance lists. I think they've been reasonably easy to port over, and probably Night Stalkers have as well. Your thoughts on that, Paul?
Yeah, I think a lot of people built Northern Alliance armies when the new figures came out a little while ago. I still think we don't really know what a good 4th edition army is just yet.
Yeah.
It's my feel. So I think people are just running what they're running.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And that's me misspelling Zerkali there. So we've got 3 Zerkali. So what's that? That's Cac, Stephen Tuck, and I can't remember the third. We might see that later. Okay, and then only 9 out of 52 are those armies that are in the invasion book. So I think a lot of people predicted a bit of a drift towards those armies. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. Might be a bit early for that to have happened yet.
Is there anything that's not represented?
I haven't counted on my fingers and toes on how many armies we're down to technically now. So what do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 19. That'd be pretty close, wouldn't it? Where's my book? I don't know. Yeah. I'm sure people in the comments can work that out. I'll move on. We'll leave. I saw Luke Schaefer in the comments. We'll leave him to. You can screenshot it, Luke, and figure it out for us. Okay. So, stats nerds. So, most common number of units is 12. 21 lists have 12 units at the 2,000 points. And then we've got 1 outlier at the 15 and 2 down at the much more elite 9. So we've got an average of 11.71. And unit strength distribution. So, again, the average is about 21. We've got as low as 16 and 2 as high as 30. Which I didn't pull that out. I'm assuming that they'd be... Do we have goblins, actually? 1 goblin. I assume one of those might be goblins and one of them might be Ratkin, or they might both be Ratkin. They're probably the most likely to pump out some high unit strength. So that's interesting. A bit more of a spread there compared to unit count. I'm not that overly surprised by unit count, are you guys? I think the 2,000 makes it reasonably challenging.
I found it challenging.
Okay, Max. I had a couple of lists.
You go, mate.
I had a couple of lists that ended up at sort of 11, and I didn't think that was enough, so I chopped and changed until I got to 12. But I think I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I like to have slightly more drops in my personal list, but 12 sounds about right to me.
Yeah, I think I've had a couple of games with 11 and it's okay. I've felt uncomfortable with less than 11, I think, particularly with some of the token scenarios. So that gives us that. And then we've got some other points here. So, typical list is 40% of all the lists have 12 units. 34% have a unit strength between 22 and 23, so that's a fairly good cluster. 73% are between 11 and 13 units, so that probably shows you. I think that speaks more to the points level than anything else, and probably people fitting in their existing army lists. 51% of the lists have unit strength between 21 and 24, so it is clustering a lot. I mean, they extrapolate.
What's the lowest amount of unit strength? I'm just looking at my list, and I realise I've only got 16.
So you're the lowest. That'd be your Glade Stalkers, though, because they're only 2.
They're only 1 each.
They're only 1.
Oh no, you've got troops, don't you? Yeah. So you're paying the troop tax in unit strength and points. Yeah. So So you're well below Maxi. Yeah. Doesn't matter if everyone else's stuff is dead, I guess. Yeah. Outliers, so 2 with 9, largest 15. Yours was the weakest unit strength and the strongest was 2. This tried to extrapolate it and say that, that means list design is good, but I think it's more about the points value. And then I thought it might be interesting to have a look at, what are people taking in terms of warlords and champions. So only 3 lists without a warlord. I think you're one of those, aren't you, Max? No warlord for you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then got one champion.
Yep. And then the other 49 obviously only have 1 warlord because it's a 1 battalion. Number of champions, 0, so that must be a warlord only. 23 lists have 1 champion and 28 have 2. And then that combined, we've got 27 of the lists have 3 warlord and champion options. 22 lists have 2. So that's interesting in the context, I think, of the new list building style. Do you have any thoughts about that, guys? About what that showed us? Now I can see all the comments again, so this will be useful. I'll go back to the top. I mean, I think I found myself drifting, particularly that 2,000 point level, to not taking warlords, just so I'm not paying as much of a points tax when I'm trying to squeeze every point out of a unit. But I don't think necessarily that everyone's drifted that way yet.
I'm surprised at how many warlords there are. I thought there'd be cheaper options, but I guess the 3 dice for command is really nice. Maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm taking one, I do like. I think it depends on your commands, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, some armies really value that.
So certainly the salamanders.
Really
like in the salamanders, I do like a warlord for the 3 dice to get the +1 defense, and then having another one with a command dice to give it 3 dice as well, because some commands I think are worth rolling the dice. So you didn't like that one, Paul? Come on, mate. No. Oh yeah, where's undead? No undead.
Surprising. The undead look really good.
Yeah, and I'm also surprised because I would have thought a lot of collections would fairly naturally port into, and I think cheap hordes are pretty good, particularly at 2,000 points. So, block big walls of nerve.
Hordes look real good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. I'll be honest, all my stats came courtesy of Mr. Claude and Anthropic, so I could go back when someone else is talking and see if they can pull that data out for me. I'll open it up and just see, actually. Actually, no, I haven't told it which armies are invasion yet, so that'll take me too long. I think, like Luke makes a good point there, if they add specific you need. Otherwise, yeah, I think budget's the way to go. I know, Max, I think at first you felt nice about 2,000 points, but you've swung away a little bit. You'd be preferring a bit larger.
I've since been playing 2,300. It feels like you can play in more than one phase type. I feel like at 2,300, you go all combat or you go, I don't know. It feels harder to fit a mixed arms list at 2K to me, but
yeah. I think it's constant sacrifice, isn't it? You don't get a true all-rounder list. Well, certainly not easily in most armies. I agree. I think once everything was properly released, I kind of regretted the 2,000 points because I like it in some ways. I think sacrifice is, having to do that is not a bad thing, and you sometimes get a bit of interest. But I think 2,300 is maybe naturally a bit nicer. What are your thoughts, Paul? I think you like the 2,000, don't you?
I like it when the points system changes. So I like to play a little bit at different levels. I mean, no matter what number you come up with, everyone's got the same number of points. So, everyone has to have the same challenge. And sometimes the lower points can suit a particular army and higher points can suit a different army. But I like it to be mixed up a bit. It was definitely challenging to write a list at 2,000. And the answer is you can't cover every base and have a contingency for everything. So it's a nice change, I think, to have a smaller point system and still have some, gaps in your armor sort of thing.
Yeah, I think the other thing that probably made me regret it slightly is that it probably makes it harder for people to squeeze their existing model collections into 2,000 without chopping and changing a bit more if they've built them a certain way. But is what it is now. right? And I was up at 3 a.m. this morning commentating for the UK Masters stream, and I got an email from Ronnie saying he's on his first train on his way. So 36 hours and he'll check into his Australian hotel from when he sent that email. All right. So shall we get cracking on some lists? So I've asked the lads to pick a couple of favourites, although should we let the cats out of the bag and do your own list first? And before we move on to others, and we'll all pick a couple of favourites, and like I said, we'll try and wrap this up around the hour mark. So if you came here expecting us to read 52 lists, well, then you're an idiot. You can go back to bed. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Everyone will go to sleep. So let's share the folder that will be going out. No, that's inviting guests to the studio. Okay, got to be very careful not to share the tab that's got the scenarios on it. Okay, let's get out of that. I was looking at John's. So, Maxie, let's start with you, mate.
Righto.
Where are we? Have you seen yourself there? Let's just search, eh? Max.
You get the right
there it is.
Time for Max's filth. There might still be children watching.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got Sandra Ronnie's little helpers. So do you want to read the list out, Max, for us?
Yep. So I've got an Army Standard on a horse, cheap, inspiring. 2 regiments of spears, 2 regiments of Stormwind Cav, 1 with Vicious, 1 with Mace Crushing, 4 troops of Gladestalkers, 1 Drakon Rider regiment with the J-Boots, 1 troop of Drakons, and Tree Herder with Inspiring Talisman. So, yeah, not a lot of unit strength, as I've just realised.
Obviously, you very much consider that in your list building phase, Maxie. So you've gone
the Tree Herder that I've just painted.
Yeah, nice
modelling choices, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And so you've gone the No Warlord option and a cheap, inspiring source, and so just the 2 inspiring sources for you.
Yeah, the Tree Herder and the Army Standard, but then the command also grants inspiring.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So you're probably not you don't feel quite as light as you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice. We won't ask you to tell everyone how it plays, mate, because they have to say that.
I'm still figuring that out myself. So.
Yeah. I think the troops are an interesting option. I think a lot of I've found getting troops into lists, particularly at 2,000, certainly very much a decision of what you really want in the list, because you're paying a little bit of a tax, aren't you? But I think the 10 attacks for the Gladestalkers, they're not too pricey at 120, are they?
Well, they're nice and cheap. And previously you'd be at 10, 12 nerve, 1 lightning bolt, do 3 damage and a 7 at waiver. Now you're at effectively +2 nerve compared to before. So they're quite a bit more durable too.
I think Kakwa saying until he turns an inspiring off from the item, I think he's running the Witch Hunter, isn't he? Or whatever it is.
We're going to play tomorrow, so we'll put that to the test tomorrow.
Yeah. Alexi, can I zoom in on the list? Yes, I think I can. Any comments on on Max's list, Paul? Want to throw any shade? Obviously, it took you off in 3 turns, so you switched to Night Stalkers from Twilight Kin.
Yeah, that's right. I completely changed my
strategy
based
On the game with Max. No, it's very strong. The shooting is definitely still a big factor in the game, and 40 shots at 2,000 points is definitely something to consider. And 2-4 units of speed 9 backing it up. I'm not trying to give away any of Max's tactics, but that's something you got to plan for.
The shooting doesn't take units off, but it puts pressure on to force you to do something when you've got 4 units of speed 9 staring at you as well.
Sorry, you go, Paul.
if you arrive at combat and you've got 6 to 10 wounds, damage, it's a very different proposition than if you get to combat and you're on full strength. So,
yeah, exactly. I think the depth of shooting is grossly overplayed, isn't it? It's just different. I can imagine exactly how the shooting plays into this list with the fast support. It's because what's important is popping units in one turn, right? And that's where shooting plays its role now. It's just a different role. Yeah. Just, I said, just roll one plus one defense on a Horde of Salamander Primes and you take 40 shots with only 3 damage.
I've played against Sally's and he never got that command off.
No, I reckon I'm about a 50% hit rate with getting it off. I do think hordes of Def 5 infantry at 2,000 points are pretty damn good, though. I think in a few games I had with a ceremonial guard horde, I think it only died once. It's often hanging around. All right, let's move on to Paul, Howie. Shall we? Big PC. It's turned off Twilight Kin, first by Clash of Kings nerf and then by Max.
Look at this filth.
Yeah, I know. Look at this. He starts with, he goes, I'll bring a light and fluffy list and I'll put down the best dragon in the game first, which just happens to be a warlord as well.
This one's 20 points over
champion in the game.
20 points overcosted. Yeah, you're paying 200 points for every other warlord as well that's running along on its feet at speed 5.
This is version 4. Everything's perfectly balanced.
Yeah, exactly. The formula's done us good. Yeah, here.
Yeah.
So Paul, do you want to run us through the list actually?
Yep. So I've got the overcosted Void Lurker as my warlord. I've got the fluffy Horror with weakness. Really, that's just weakness and command. That's what he's there for. The Void Talon, which I think is what Max is referring to as the best champion in the game. I've got 3 regiments and 2 troops of butchers. One of the regiments has got a Mace of Crushing. 2 phantoms. What used to be a horde, a regiment of fiends with the blade of slashing, and a Mind Screech. Or 19 unit strength.
That's a tasty list, Paul. I like that. Yeah. So you haven't played against this one, Max?
No, I don't want to.
Nah. Yeah. I'm not going to make the mistake of tipping Paul because whenever I do, he chokes. It's like he pops a whole watermelon in his throat. That's how bad the choke is. So Paul's a good player though, and it's a good list. So I think it does all right on the table. Some of these lists it still surprises you of how many of the old hordes can still get into a list at 2,000 points, right? What do you got there? Your fiends.
What do the commands do in this?
Oh yeah, I can scroll down to that. Hold on.
On a 4, you can get Pathfinder, which doesn't help you charging.
And on a 3, for each 3 you roll, you can get Scream Shard, which is Life Leech +1. So if you roll 3 successes with the Warlord, that's Life Leech 3.
Oh, that's tasty.
It is a little tasty.
And it's not none of it is sorted by keyword either. So
it is. Yeah. No, the Scream Shard is Nightmares.
Oh, Nightmare trait. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So that in my army, that's the Fiends and the Butchers.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work on the Phantoms.
Troops. So
like
just all of them.
No, that's good.
They got buffed, didn't they?
They got changed.
Did they? I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're 18 on a 3, Crush 1, and Vicious. So they're not a proper hammer, but I wanted something that was a bit than Butchers, and they're speed 8, which I think is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, and I think Night Stalker is one of those things, one of the, like, not a lot of armies got to carry their special rule through, right, to the new edition, and the carrying through of Stealthy is still good, I think.
Mind Thirst.
Yeah, and Mind Thirst.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how much shooting there is.
Yeah. And I'd imagine, Paul, in your game so far is like, I've heard a lot of people go, oh, yeah, Retaliator's not a good rule. I mean, those butchers would be getting their Retaliator a lot of the time. Like, there's not a lot taking them off in one go.
No, everything that charges butchers always takes them off.
So that's what the internet told me.
Well, that's what you're putting out there with a week to go to a clash.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And look, in fairness, a lot of the time it doesn't matter because they're Crush 2 anyway. So unless someone is Defense 5 or 6, it doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah.
But it is handy if you can survive that first charge being double charged, then it definitely comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Okay. Well, Max, do you want to give us a pick of a list to have a look at?
Yeah. Let's look at Robbo.
As in Millington? Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Twilight King, Dank Elves. Okay. Let's zoom in here.
Bit of a crutch because he's picked the second best army in the game behind Trident Realm, but
I won't help him though.
No.
I mean, the only reason he's going to win Ultimate Millington is because his brother's not turning up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So do you want to run us through it?
Yeah, so he's got a Impaler Soulbane, Navigator on a Void Skiff with Banner of Command, 2 regiments of Fleet Wardens, 2 regiments of Corsair Voidwalkers, a regiment of Skiffs, 2 regiments of Impalers, and 2 Mind Screechers. Oh, and more. And a Gordrake. Far out.
I do like a double Mind Screech, to be honest.
Oh,
they're a very, well, let's say, well-pointed monster, I think.
I think they're incredible. They were last edition. I think they still are.
Yeah, no crones. No weakness crones. Paul's favourite.
No. But you've got 2 champions that cast their command with 3 dice. And if you look at flesh hooks, you'll understand why that's important.
Yeah. Yeah. So while an enemy unit's engaged with 1 or more units that have this order active, it cannot withdraw, and it loses 1d6 attacks or d3 if it's a hero to a minimum of 1, which is like pretty massive to most units, to be honest. Like when you to even to an infantry horde, you know, a high even on an infantry horde, if you roll a 5 or a 6, you're losing, 20% of your attacks.
Oh, it's broken. I've played against this.
Yeah.
He's cast flesh hooks on a regiment of infantry. I hit in the front and flank with earth elementals. And instead of 21 attacks onto that regiment, I had 3. So it stripped 18 attacks from him because he rolled a 6.
Yeah, I played. Paul used it against me on newbie, and I think what feels nice is that it still feels like there's a little bit of a carryover from like that item that they used to pop before. So I guess it helps the Twilight Kin dictate maybe where their opponent needs to risk taking a charge. But yeah, it's a very good rule.
And then you combine that with Phalanx or Ensnare or Big Shield and a bit of Drain Life support. This list goes nowhere.
I'm glad it's a 5. I think if it was a 4, it would be completely broken. The 5 means it doesn't always get off.
Yeah, it's no Paul Collins.
Yeah, me first.
Yeah. Good. And I mean, I think Gordrake's pretty good for its points too, right? It's not speed 10, but it's got enough attacks and enough crush and I think the Mind Screechers, what I like about them is how versatile they are. But like I said, it's in Robbo's hands, so we probably can't expect much of it.
Yeah, but I mean, all he has to do is push it forward and win, right? So
Yeah. Mm.
much skill involved, I'd say.
Yeah, well, let's move on to another. Paul, you got a list for us to look at?
Yeah, the one I chose was Dale's list. Dale has
Yep, Dale.
I do love a
Your
good
mic
goblin.
Weirdly keeps going in and out. Good goblin. Okay. Let's take us through that.
I think it's the only goblin.
So
Yes,
he's got a
you're correct.
bigot, a bigot on a flea bag, which is a warlord. That's got
How's
to be the
that?
cheapest
130
warlord.
point warlord. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a whiz on a flea bag with the inspiring talisman and bane chant. So you know there's a theme here. Everything's got a flea bag. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 5?
Yep.
5 units of Fleabag Riders. So they have the upgrade, which gives them an extra Thunder. So Thunder 2 and Vicious.
So that's Maniacs. That's the upgrade there. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty good for 170 points. They're only defense 4 and they're only melee 4, but there's 5 units of them. And they, speed 10. 2 regiments of trolls. 2 troops of more beasts, which I suspect are just there as chaff. A wingette and a giant with rampage rather than slayer. The 13 units, 23 unit strength. I think this has got to be one of the funnest lists in the event. I played Dale before in version 3 with a Fleabag heavy list, and lots of fun.
I affirm your choice there, Paul. I like this list. That's good. And as long as it makes it down in the mini bus with Dale, hopefully it has some good times on the table. I think the access to cheap characters helps, doesn't it? But yeah, speed 10 and getting that thunder boost with Vicious is nice. And I think there's not a heap of lists that have shooting as heavy as Max, so that the Def 4 doesn't hurt a lot, I don't think, if you're getting off the first charge. Are they... I'll scroll back up. Are they nimble, did you say? Yes. So they're one of the few things that are nimble too. So, yeah, that's nice. I like that. We were having a bit of a discussion about how a lot of the lists at face value look a bit bland, don't they? But I felt that one of the things is, I think... Sorry, vanilla, yeah.
This one certainly doesn't look bland.
No, I think part of that is the 2,000 points, but I also think that part of it might be that because so much is tied up in the warlords, it's like you're not, when you look at a list just quickly on paper, you're not really seeing, what's the warlord bringing to the table, what are the commands, and where some of that maybe flavour, which was more directly in the list before, is, was there.
And it showcases the versatility.
This isn't just, hordes of rabble and shooters. It's a completely different list. So I really like that.
Yeah, 100%. But like by going completely different, still managing to get 13 drops and 23 unit strength. So they lose out, I guess, compared to the trash list, but not overall. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll pick one, eh? I'm going to pick Tony's Wall of Orcs. And like I said, I like this list. The only problem is the pilot, Tony Windmill. Where are we? Have you guys played against Orcs yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Strap
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. They're unbeatable, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know about unbeatable, but they're pretty good, and particularly with the walls of infantry at this points level. So we've got Thonar. I did see a post on, was it Nick made the original joke, and then someone recently posted just his Thonar's ball named Submarine. Sorry,
the joke that never ends.
Yeah, the joke.
It was
the joke that never dies.
Joke.
Yeah. So we've got Thonar, a flagger with banner of command, a rift forger, and I think his special rule is that hellforged weapons.
Yeah, he gets extra dice, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right. 3 dice instead of 2 for Green Rage. So essentially, he's got 3 dice rolling champions, which is nice when you've got commands as good as theirs. So with Wild Charge and getting the Green Rage is 6s going to 5s, and then there's another one. Is there something else which makes them the 5s and 6s go off, doesn't it?
Thonar, if Thonar issues the command,
yes,
it happens on both 5 and 6.
Yes, yeah. So it's good. It's good. So then 2 regiments of Morax. They're pretty good. 2 hordes and a regiment of Riftford legionaries. When I played this the other night, his hordes were a bit of a mix of all the different types. Then there's an Orklings regiment or troop, Gore Riders, Cav regiment with boots of striding, and then a war drum and the Stormforge Shrine. And have you guys seen the lightning bolt rule for that?
It bounces, doesn't it?
Repeats.
It bounces, yeah. To a second unit within 6 inches. So it takes however many wounds it does and bounces onto or damage it does and bounces onto the second unit. So that's pretty good too. So a little bit of lightning. If it can stay still, then it's got 12 lightning on 3s and giving out Aura Headstrong. What do you guys think of that?
I'd love to play against that.
Yeah, I think some of that. One of the things with this list too will depend on terrain, right, and whether it can push forward quickly on things.
They still have the orcs still have the same problem they had in version 3. They've got huge footprints, so avoiding terrain and avoiding other units is still hard. But if you can get them into combat and get the Green Rage off, then they'll be the leading units.
Yeah, and they certainly do. I mean, the Legionaries being melee 3 and crush 1, and then when you get the blast off on 5s and 6s, they can output.
One of them's got Brewer's Strength too.
Yeah,
just to take
one of them's got Brewer's Strength. And did we? No, so he's taken that out of the list. So when I played it, there was a wizard character that was giving out Bane Chant as well. So, no. Yeah, so I think this is good. I mean, I think it'd be better in a better pilot's hands. Yeah.
That's a good list.
Yeah. All right. Maxi, you got another one?
Yep. Let's look at demos.
FON, right. Which is actually Herd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, run us through that, mate.
He's got some elements. Yeah, so he's got Force of Nature. So starting with a Chieftain, which unlocks the Herd, the Herd units, I believe. With Dark Lord's Onyx Ring, which I think is 1 use regen 4-up for 5 points. A Druid with Heal and Surge. Are you looking at the item?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Regen 4+ is the Onyx Ring for 1 turn.
Bad for 5 points now. The Druid with Heal and Surge. The Tribal Songweaver, which is effectively the Army Standard Bearer, but also has Rallying for the Herd. 2 Longhorn Regiments. Critter Troop, Forest Shambler Troop, a Regiment of Water Elementals, Regiment of Air Elementals with Hammer of Measured Force and Wind Blast, and 3 regiments of Guardian Brutes. So with the fire elementals with that upgrade.
Oh, I missed that.
So this is a spicy list, I think. I think it'll catch people out because I've played around with the herd as well. And those Guardian Brutes are disgusting for 205 points. Crush 2, Thunder 1, Brutal, Vicious.
Yeah, I mean, they got the little bit of the large infantry knock of going down to 16 attacks, right? But, with 3s, Crush 2 and Vicious, it probably in Thunder 1 it doesn't make that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting list. It's kind of, until you get to there, it's like a little bit of everything, isn't it? And then you just get there.
Well, he's got the little battle group with the Druid and the Elementals, and then he's got all the herd stuff, which is all going to be rallied. So 18 nerve on all those units. The Longhorns are great too. Crush 1, Thunder 1, 20 attacks on 3s. Nothing to sniff at there.
No, and from memory, I think he was near the top at the end of last year. If I remember correctly, maybe with Salamanders. Boy can play a bit. What do you think of the list, Paul?
Yeah, it's a very spicy list. I just saw the fire elementals, which I think are really good by themselves. But I agree, the Guardian Brutes are really good. I really like that list.
It's surprising to me that the upgrade's 0 points. When I feel like it's
I think that's kind of throwing the herd a bone, to be honest. That might be what that's about.
There's so many.
Plus, to top it all off, he's got Strider on a stick with the command for all those herd units.
Yes. Yeah.
You just get Strider.
Let's see. Yeah, so he's got Blessing of the Lady, 1 damage removal. Yeah. Infantry and large infantry.
So that works on the brutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, large.
Large infantry.
I guess it works on the 20 attack guys as well, because they're just normal infantry, aren't they? What are they called?
Heavy infantry.
Longhorns.
But that was confirmed recently that heavy infantry is treated the same. So yeah, pretty much the whole army. Yeah, that's
I agree.
nice.
That's a very tough list. Yeah.
I mean, I think Forces of Nature put out some very good lists, right? There he is. Got behind on the comments. It's a secret herd. Now we've got Donnie from the US joining us. Okay. All right. The more lists I see, the more I regret my decisions. Robbo, we've already discussed, mate, the only reason you've got Ultimate Millington because your brother's not rocking up. Right? Otherwise, you'd be a shoe-in to lose. Paul, have you got another favourite to share with us, mate?
I do. Joshua, who is stuffing and blowing with Bold and Amanda.
Oh, yeah. Where is he? Am I just scrolling past it? There he is.
Only there was a way to sort it out.
Alphabetically, Matt.
Sorry?
I said if only there was a way to sort it alphabetically.
Yeah, I don't use Google enough to fiddle around. These Shed Boys love their names. I don't even get that reference. Does anyone get that reference?
Aren't they the 2 names you can give Hero?
Oh, right. Are they? Yeah. Okay.
Is it? I don't know. I assume.
Yeah. And converted it to Nightmares. Yeah.
I think
it's the heroes.
Like really cool because it's
quite different to what I've got with my Night Stalkers. So he's got a Portal of Despair as a warlord, who just gets straight out heal 5. 2 Banshees, Bob and Amanda. One of them has got the Zephyr Crown, so Wind Blast 10 and Ensnare 7, and the other one's just 7 and 7. But their trick is they can choose one of those and do it on 2 different units each. So you could be putting, Wind Blast 10 that does damage on 2 units and Wind Blast 7 on 2 more, doing damage as well. they're really expensive, but I think there's something about the Banshees. He's got a regiment of scarecrows, 2 regiments and a troop of butchers, troop of tormentors, which are the ones with Leaper. I can't quite read that, but is it 2 regiments of ravagers?
Yeah.
1 with elite,
Mm-hmm.
and the obligatory mind screech. 11 units, 18 unit strength.
Yeah, you're right. That I think that Banshee will catch a few people by surprise, won't it?
Yeah, well, 2 of them as well. So I think again, it's
to pull people in, shoot them with the Banshee, shoot them with the Ravagers, which are both 18 dice to shoot. And if he'll catch people out and get them within 12 with the Ravagers stationary, and they'll be hitting on a 3, and then blow them back away again with a Mind Screech or a Banshee or what have you.
Yeah, and Necromancy Black has picked up the fire oil on the Banshee. Might carry over to that piercing on the damage on the wind blast. I can't remember. I'd have to read the artifact rules, but I assume that would be the case.
The target has regen, hasn't it?
Yeah. And then I'm not sure, this isn't something that I was aware of that was debatable, but I imagine Portal of Despair sounds like a big thing on the table, sounds like a Titan. Can't imagine something that fits on a 50. But don't know.
Titan on there.
Yeah, it says Titan on there. Yeah, okay, that's another. So Shed bringing some interesting lists.
Night Stalker lists that I don't want to play against.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What's that? You want
Might
to
have to
round 1?
Write that down, Matt. Write that down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I thought, Damien. So I'm not sure why there'd be any consternation over that. Right, I'm going to pick a Queenslander in Adam, who's been painting up his pink fire elementals. So he starts with one of the unique characters, Hrath Flamespitter, who's a warlord, 5/4, unresolved. It's an expensive one. Like doesn't. I think he converts the fire elementals to core, doesn't he? I think he's one of those. Yep. Battle captain on Rhinosaur. That was a great change in this edition that they gained it expiring. They didn't used to have it expiring. Mage Priest, although it's pretty much gone up to the same price that it used to be, even with taking the item. Mage Priest with Tome of Darkness and Surge 5 and Scorched Earth. I think with sticky combats and only charging 2 in, Scorched Earth is one of the better spells in the game at the moment. And I think combines particularly well with certain armies. And then a Horde of Ceremonial Guard, which I like. And if you're handing out +1 defense to that, it goes to Def 6, which is very tasty. Couple of Corsairs, 3 regiments of fire elementals, 2 Commodon. Steve Devilfish is running 2 Commodon as well. He's a big fan of those. I think the mobile war machines bit and a Lachilodon. So, lots of shooting, scoring, mobile war machines in the Lachilodon. Well, not so much the Lachilodon, the Commodons, and kind of in the Lachilodon. And plenty of crushing once combat is joined. I think that's an interesting list. I think there'll be a few people caught out. I think the sticky combats plays into if you've got enough shambling on the board, enough targets of where your Surge can go. I think it can play into Surge's hands a little bit. Would you guys agree?
Yep. I think it's a very strong list.
I don't know. I haven't played with or against Surge this edition, I don't think.
Yeah,
I feel like Surge got nerfed a little bit without, because they don't get the double pivots, right?
Yes, and I'd imagine that's because of the changes with combat of not getting out. So, you've got less opportunities, and without like with withdraw being different, I think you've got probably less ways to combat it. And although the good thing is it took out some of the, I guess, the easier things to do, like popping air elemental monster over and just turning it around.
Yeah.
Or an bone dragon in Empire of Dust. Yeah, so I like that list. So we've got a little bit of time left. Were there any others that were standouts for you guys that you'd like to take a look at?
Should we have a look at one of the Zakali lists?
Oh yeah, good idea. So we've got. Should we do Cax, or we've got? Where's Tucky's? Because Cat keeps getting tabled, so probably should.
If you do tech Cax, I'll tell you how to lose to it.
Yeah. Well, he's taking the Witch Hunter, which I think is cool. So, or whatever it's called. So let's get him up. Where is he? He's probably under here under his real name for once, isn't he? Where's Arskill? There. Okay. So Cax taking the Matriarch, which, her big claim to fame is the Aura Vicious on dogs. Then we've got the Beastmaster with the Inspiring Talisman, which gives War of Strider to Beast units. 4 regiments of Spear Wardens, 2 troops of Yan Warrior Monks. One of those take off a regiment of Rhinosaur cavalry in 2 turns. The Wild Fangs Regiment with Brew of Sharpness. So that makes it 24 attacks on 3s. A Lion Snarl Regiment and Witch Cage. So he's dropped the Tailless Dragon and gone for the Witch Cage. What's Arcane Silence? Where's that? So that choose one enemy unit within 12, and it doesn't get the benefit of a magical artifact. That's pretty tasty. And Spell Steal is that it can cast someone's spell, isn't it? This unit may choose to cast any spell that any unit within 18 inches has, but rolling a maximum of 5 dice. Yeah, so that's cool.
Who's got Spell Steal?
The Cage as well. So, yeah, it turns off an item, and I think you might need to lean to your phone, Paul, a bit. We keep losing your audio a bit. Yeah, so that's all in that one character. I mean, it pushes forward quickly, doesn't it, Max?
It does. He's speed 7 on that infantry. That'll catch people out. He's bought into the power creep of the newest and greatest list, I think.
Do you think that's there, though? I think Strider's pretty good army-wide, isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah, it's a good rule.
Yeah. It's interesting because of all the Strider, it pushes forward hard, but at the same time, it's actually not the fastest list going around because they're really quick options. There's not that many of them, right?
How are those lines of speed 9? I don't know. They're so chalky and heavily armoured.
Yeah, it's magic, mate. It's magic. It's immersive.
With all the Phalanx, they're shutting down all that fast stuff anyway, though. So, yeah, I think it's surprisingly good. He hasn't gone for all the expensive stuff, which at 2,000 points I think would leave you a bit short. It'd be interesting to see.
I've been a bigger fan. Well, why don't we do, Steve, so we can compare a couple of different ones? I mean, I couldn't convince him, but I know that all that Phalanx is good, but I would have been keener to get some of the bog standard guys in just to shave a few points off.
The list his biggest weakness is going to be the fly special, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because he still doesn't know how it works. Look, I think 2 units of the times I've only had 2 units of inspiring 2 at 2,000, they've felt light. Like I know, Maxie, you got 2.5.
He's got very inspiring on the matriarch, so that helps.
Yeah, it can help.
And he's only got 11 drops, so it's pretty elite.
Yeah, well, let's compare it to one of the others. So, where's Tucky's? I think that was up, wasn't it? Steve. There we are. So 12 drops for Steve. So Steve's got also the matriarch with Dark Lord's Onyx Ring. Seems to be a shed favourite. Zozoi, Proud Master. That's the limited edition model that they did, isn't it? That you could only get with the all-in pack or something. Is that one?
No, it's the champion, isn't it? With the bow.
Okay, yes. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that Chakram's Horde. So this is already very different. I haven't minded the look of the Chakram's Horde, actually. I think, short range, but piercing on shooting is always pretty tasty. Stand still.
On a 4.
Yep, stand still, go to 3s. 2 regiments of Spear Wardens, 1 with Blade of Slashing, 2 troops of Warrior Packs, Planestalkers Regiment, 2 troops of Yan Warrior Monks, a Wild Fangs Regiment, and Monkey Magic Shahoan. I probably like this list more than Cax, I think.
A bit more diversity.
Plus, it's got a better general.
A spammer.
Yeah. I think it probably does a little bit more in all phases than Cax list, I think.
Certainly does. A little bit of shooting. The Warrior Pack troops are an interesting choice. I guess they're just chaff. 110 points.
The what? Sorry, the troops of what? The Warrior Pack, yeah.
Regular, yeah.
I guess there's still 12. There's still 12 attacks for a troop, which is unusually high. They're only on 4s, but in terms of troops of stuff, they're kind of cheap, aren't they, compared to other infantry troops? But yeah, must just be chaff. Because so that means he's got 4 troops on the table, doesn't he, with the Yan Warrior Monks?
Yep.
What are your thoughts, Paul?
I haven't played. I've only played 5 games of version 4. I haven't played against the Zakala yet, so I'm not really sure how it all goes together. But I like an army with a bit of shooting. He's certainly got a bit of shooting there. Sounds like Steve's played a few games with his, just like Cac has. And this one's a little bit more defensive. Does he have? I missed it. Does he have any Lion Snail cavalry?
No. I've scrolled down, but no.
He's gone for the cheaper stuff.
Yeah, so he certainly, speed 7's not slow in terms of infantry, but he doesn't have anything in that, higher medium to quite quick speed. So if there's something like the long board with tokens spread out or something, he'll have to play in layers. But I think, with the troops, that's not that hard, right? So
no, it's what he's used to running. He often runs.
How many drops has he got?
I'm sure 12.
12.
He's got to have more drops than
Yeah.
Yeah, Cat's only got 11.
All right, Paul, do you have one luck? We did 3. Do you want one lucky last? Yeah.
I think we need to see the man who should be running Yan, but isn't. Yan. He's taken the filthiest filth list. The internet tells you
if you can get them painted, yes.
The internet tells you that Ratkin are broken, so
yes. I have no I've noticed CAC everywhere on Facebook just tagging Yan in Yan chats. All right, run us through it, Paul.
Okay, can you make it a bit bigger?
A bit bigger? I'm not sure it'll go. Oh, yeah, there we go.
He's got a brood mother who's a warlord. Drain Life 7, that's sexy. Radiance of Life. Birthing Daughter. There's a champion and a warlock with Bane Chant, Banner of Command, and Barkskin. 2 hordes of shock troops, just naked. 4 regiments of warriors, but they've got the spear option, I think. Yeah, they've all got phalanx. A horde of wretches is the filth. A regiment of tunnel runners with sharpness. A tangle. And 2 shredders. Of course, Rat King get the command for plague pots now. So you can give a unit ensnare and stealthy, just like you could with the actual pots. And the other one is Strider. So 2 very handy special rules.
And that's on
my opinion.
Rat Pack keywords, which is basically all the infantry.
All the infantry, yeah. But he doesn't sort of have much else. He's got a unit of tunnel runners. But yeah, he's got the horde of wretches, the 2 hordes of shock troops, and the 4 regiments. So 7 units you can put those commands on.
It's a fairly attritional list, isn't it? You know, it's going to rely on outlasting opponents in terms of not dying.
Yeah. So he's got possibly a snare and
the 2 shock troop hordes, isn't it?
It is, and they only hit on 4, so I think, the tunnel runners are obviously on 3, so he certainly hasn't got the old, 2 hammers on the anvils, but I think with you combine the Radiance of Life, the Eat the Weak, Barkskin, and the Plague Pots, yeah, he's going to be hard to kill, and Yan's a very good player. So that's a good call.
Barkskin too. Oof.
Yeah.
1 defense, 2 wretches. Oh, baby.
Yeah, Yan does like a bit of Barkskin. There was something controversial about the Birthing Daughter. I can't remember what it was, but she had some special ability.
Maybe just the name.
Just an extra dice, an extra commander.
Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
What, is that messenger, is it?
Don't know.
Where are we? The unit has +1 modifier when rolling to issue command orders.
+1.
Even better.
Yeah, so that means the Plague Pots goes to a 4, making it pretty likely on 2 dice. And Striders.
Sorry.
No.
Did Yan give her the command extra dice? No.
No, he gave it to the Warlock, which, looking at that now with that rule, but
it just spreads out.
3 dice, 3 dice, and 2 dice with +1.
Yeah. It's probably much of a muchness, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. And like I said, Yan's good, so he's just got to get it painted and then get it over from Adelaide. It's an interesting one. I wonder if he's driving. It's it'd be a decent sized army to get on a plane.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his bigger challenge is getting the pile of grey into an army. I hope he can get it done in time.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that he's cracked out the old airbrush, right? So that can help a bit, which is good. So dare I approach you two for tips? Not your tips, as in tips for who will win. Not the pleasure tips. Maxi, you got to.
Yeah, I'll tip Damo and his herd.
Yeah. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Paul?
Well, Mr. K has been tipping himself with anyone that'll listen. So I reckon I agree with that. I think Max might be very hard to beat. He's my tip.
Okay. All right. Anyone from the audience, feel free to comment. I am going to go. I am going to go back to the man who might be wheeled in through the door, Tracy, because he's got some, we didn't bring it up, but he's got some hordes of tribes. I think. Oh, no, what's he got? Kingdoms and men. And backed up by a fair bit of fast stuff. And I think Mr. Trash will know how to play that to a T. Yeah. So I think
he's got a very scary list.
Yeah. So I think he's got a list that will really suit his ability to predict the game. Although you never know how much, changes in key mechanics. And I think some of the key mechanics have changed, how much they change up someone's ability to predict the game as well as what they were. So we'll see.
Do you want to quickly put that list up if you're going to tip him, Matt?
All right. Where is he? Where's the young fella? There he is. Yeah. So he's got a Duke, 2 Army Standard Bearers, 4 regiments of Shield Wall, 2 Night Cav regiments, one with Jesse's Boots. And then what do we got? We got Beast Cav Regiment with Fly and the Healing Brew, another one with Blade of Slashing, and another one with Mace of Crushing. So he's got, what is unusual there for Tracy is 3 very expensive units. I say very. One of those regiments doesn't have Fly.
And the Dragon, right? So 4.
The Warlord, yeah. Duke's better than what he was, wasn't it? He wasn't such a dragon before, was he? He was more like the halfling one. Is that right? Previously,
I think previously it was like speed 9 with 9 attacks or something. It was a bit worse than a dragon.
Yeah. No, so
that Aura Iron Resolve is very nice. I've just noticed that. That is very nice.
And the lead.
Yeah, I think
that's a completely different unit.
I certainly haven't seen Trace use so many flyers and things before, and flyers are they're definitely a bit different to how they were before. Not all naturally having nimble, but that's very different. Yeah. So we'll see, I guess. We've only got what's today? Sunday? Well, how many sleeps is that before the thing that's better than Christmas? Got to count on my fingers. Yeah. I have a very big dinner. Yeah, I got a very boozy dinner the night before, so struggling to get up on Saturday. But we'll see how we go. Thanks for joining me. Yes, not here, but we've got a very interesting function planned for the Friday night. Yeah. The cellars are being scraped. Yes, so he's staying at with Tony. Oh. At Chalet Windmill. Well, thanks for giving up your time on a Sunday evening, guys. Yeah, I know, Paul, you're on holiday, so you don't have to work tomorrow, much like me. Don't know about you, Maxie. You working tomorrow?
No, I've taken a day off to play Kings of War, mate.
Oh, nice. Excellent. That's the way I like to hear it. I haven't worked a day this year yet, so, I'm going strong. But I've been printing nonstop for Clash. Great. All right. Well, hopefully that gives everyone a bit of insight. I will log off now and post some links to the entire 52 list for people to have a look at. We'll also release this as an episode. We'll have some emails coming out to attendees this week about the software and things like that we're going to use. I'll drop the list in the email as well. Okay. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. And until next time, keep countercharging.
Thanks for listening. And we'll see you next time on Countercharge. Please let us know what you thought of the show by emailing us at counterchargepodcast@gmail.com, on Twitter at countercharge15, or by commenting on the Countercharge Kings of War podcast Facebook group. If you enjoy the show, you can help others find out about it by leaving positive reviews on iTunes. Until next time, keep countercharging. Music is a composition of Kevin MacLeod and is licensed under Creative Commons.